Let me say this plainly. An unexamined life is a dangerous life. Not because it looks reckless, but because it often looks successful. When a man never questions his direction, he slowly becomes a slave to momentum. He stays busy, he keeps grinding, he keeps achieving, and one day he wakes up and realizes he has been running fast, but in the wrong direction. There is a scene in the movie God Is Not Dead that captures this perfectly. A successful businessman visits his mother in a care home. She has dementia. She looks frail and forgotten. The son compares their lives and basically says, I have done everything wrong and I won. You did everything right, yet you ended up here. To him, her condition is a proof that righteousness does not pay, that alignment with God is meaningless. But despite her dementia, she has a moment of piercing clarity. She tells him that the devil blinds people through sin, making them think they are free, but in reality, they are imprisoned, locked away from God, from love, and from eternity. That moment is devastating. Her body may be confined, but her soul is free. The son looks successful, but his soul is in chains. And that is where many men are today. Jesus asked a dangerous question in Mark 8 verse 36. What shall it profit a man to gain the whole world and lose his soul? Your body lets you exist in this world, but your soul determines who you become and where you belong. So when a man refuses to examine himself, he is not just risking bad decisions, he is risking himself. One of the enemy's most effective tools against men is success, money, title, influence, applause. These things can blind a man so well that he never stops to ask, who am I really? Why am I doing what I'm doing? Am I aligned with God or admired by people? Men are builders and leaders by design. So when a man lives blind, others suffer. His family, his followers, his community. Here is how the danger shows up. First, motion replaces progress. Always moving, never at peace. Easy but misaligned. Fast but spiritually stagnant. Second, beliefs replaces convictions. Values are borrowed from culture, trends, and peer pressure. He stands for nothing deeply, so he falls easily. Third, his wounds becomes his personality. Unexamined pain doesn't disappear. It leaks. Anger, control, addiction, and emotional absence. Fourth, he confuses strength with suppression. But suppression isn't strength, it's delay, and delayed emotion always return violently. Finally, he loses his soul protecting his image. He looks successful, he sounds confident, but inside he is hollow. He gains the world and quietly loses himself. The Bible shows us this clearly through Saul and David. Saul was chosen, anointed, and elevated by God, but he refused to examine himself. When corrected, he defended his image, shifted blame. He feared losing public approval more than God's presence. David sinned badly, but he examined himself constantly. He repented, he took responsibility, he realigned, and that is why Saul was rejected and David was restored. The difference wasn't perfection, it was self-examination versus self-deception. So here is the question: if you died today, would your achievements reflect a life aligned with God or just a life applauded by men? It is time to pause, step off the rat race, look honestly in the mirror. God tolerates weakness, but he does not tolerate denial. Listen to your soul, it already knows where you're headed. My name is Aiko Jibe, and this is my unsolicited advice.